Good morning, everyone. I am here and I am live again. It's been a while since we've been live. So as you come on in, drop your name below. Tell me where you're coming from. Give me some love. Give me some hearts. Whatever it is. But I have already done the rest of my face so that I can focus on doing my eyes and talking to you guys. So come on in. I'm going to go ahead and start on my brows while you guys hop on. So don't mind me. And then once we have some people in here, and we're going to talk about something that I'm super passionate about because I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've been on both mindsets. I've been on both sides of it. And I am looking for my one brush, so bear with me. Where in the world? There it is. Found it. Hey! Hey girl, so let me get started on my brows. And then as people start to hop on, we're going to talk about mindset. Because it's super important and a lot of people don't understand how your mind and your brain works and how powerful it is. And how it controls everything that we do. Hey ladies, hey Cindy, hey Randy. Your mindset is so incredibly important and it can really make or break your life. It can make or break your decisions, your potential that you reach, your life, your relationships. Your mindset controls everything. Hey ladies, hey Kathleen. And if you notice my arm shaking, I did Jackie Warner's chest and arms workout this morning, and so I'm really shaky. Trying to wash my hair this morning was a struggle, a real struggle. So I am a little shaky right now, even just trying to do my brow. So some things that most people don't understand is how the brain itself actually works. You've got your subconscious mind and you have your conscious mind. Your conscious mind does all the decision making for you. It pretty much tells you oh, I'm going to walk across the street because it says walk. It tells you what to do. It makes all the decisions for you. But it makes those decisions based off of what is stored in your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is your emotions, feelings that you felt, things that you have been told all of your life. So I want you guys to take a second and think back, and I'll read your comments in a second. Take a second to think back to when you were a child and when your brain was still developing and you're on the playground and someone tells you that you're not pretty. Basically what happens is your brain is a sponge and it doesn't know how to decipher reality from bogus BS at that point. So your brain basically goes, oh, awesome, thanks for the feedback. I'm going to store that in my subconscious brain because now I know. So all of your life, all of those feelings, all of those thoughts, all of those emotions that tie to a certain stimuli or stimulus, whatever the right word is, it is being stored in your subconscious brain. And it is waiting for a certain emotion or feeling to come back to you where it brings back that memory. It brings back that feeling. It brings back that emotion of what is attached to it. So all of these times that people, where you have fear or people say something negative to you, it brings back everything that's in your subconscious mind. And it basically does what your subconscious tells it. So if it says, oh, no, we're not beautiful, we're not pretty, we're not. Your subconscious mind will consciously do anything that it can to prove that you aren't what they are saying. So say you are in med school and you're studying, and you're like, I want to be a great doctor. But in your mind, the back of your mind, you're like, no, I'm not going to be a great doctor. I'm not a great doctor. I'm never going to be a great doctor because of all the stuff that you've stored in your subconscious mind, all those thoughts and feelings from all the way back as a child are stored in your brain. And so basically, your brain is going to do whatever it takes to prove that you're not going to be a good doctor. And you're inevitably going to manifest your own demise. That is what happens in our lives. We have all these emotions. We have all these feelings. We have all these things that we have been told, these limiting beliefs that we have been told our entire life, that we believe because we've never been trained otherwise. We've never been told, no, that's not true. Your brain is just a sponge. It just soaks up whatever it's being told. And so I want you to think about that. Think about what you have been told your whole life and start being conscious of those negative thoughts that you hear yourself telling yourself, first of all. Because a lot of those things that we've been told our whole life, we've been told it enough that we believe it. So if you believe in the back of your head that you're not going to be successful and you're not beautiful and you're never going to be skinny, whatever it is that is haunting you and holding you back from reaching your true potential, if you cannot get a grasp onto taking back control of those thoughts, it will continue to manifest itself and continue to prove those thoughts right. So if you're saying, I'm going to be successful, I am capable of being successful, but in your mind you really don't believe that you're going to be successful, you're working against yourself. You're not even doing, they have to be in alignment is what I'm trying to get at. So if you are not in a good place where you actually believe in yourself and you believe of what you're capable of, you have to take a step back and maybe even start journaling these thoughts. As thoughts pop into your head, write them down. Write down the emotions that are attached to it. Write down how it makes you feel. Obviously, I'm not getting much makeup done here. Write down all of the stuff that is associated with and try to figure out what it is that is triggering those thoughts. What does it link back to? What happened in your life that is making you feel that certain way or making you think that certain way? Think back to those feelings, and when you can get to the root of it and you can decipher what it is that is making you feel that way, then you can know how to change it. So a lot of people think that by admitting weakness, it makes you weak. And that's not true. You are not weak for admitting weakness. You are not weak for being trained to think that you are not capable or that you're not pretty enough or you're not good enough or you're not beautiful enough. You have been trained those throughout your entire life, but it doesn't define you. And it doesn't mean that that's who you are and that is who you're going to be the rest of your life. Those are things that can be fixed. Those are things that can be changed. And it's not going to happen overnight. And it's not like surgery where I can just take out your negative thoughts and put positive thoughts in. It takes time, and it takes a conscious effort to replace those negative thoughts in your head with positive thoughts and reaffirming you're perfectly imperfect. That's my favorite thing to say because it's so true. You are perfectly imperfect. You're never gonna be perfect. You don't want to be perfect, but you're perfect the way you are. And so that goes into, now that I've told you kind of how the brain works, that goes into mindsets. You either have a fixed mindset or you have a growth mindset. Your fixed mindset makes you feel like you have to be perfect right away. You have to know how to do everything right now or else you are a failure. You correlate failing with you being a failure, and that's not the way it works. That is a fixed trait that can be changed. If you have failed at something, it doesn't mean that you are forever a failure. It means that you have to work on that. Admitting your failure is the best step to bettering yourself. So admitting that maybe you weren't giving your all, maybe you weren't doing your best, maybe there's still room for improvement and that you're not perfect. That is where you begin to grow. So when you are associating your worthiness on being applauded for your work, people constantly verbally validating you or telling you how awesome you are, or getting straight A's, or having a video go viral, whatever it is that you associate your worth to, if it is a tangible item, then you are in a fixed mindset. If you need a tangible item to make you feel like you are worthy, then you need to take a look at your mindset. Can you get that on a shirt? I have some ladies that might be able to do that for you. If your worth is determined on the fact that you gave an effort, or that you are trying to be better, or that you're a good person, you have a good heart, you are ethical, you are caring, when it comes to things that you are and things that you are trying to do, and that you acknowledge that you may not be the best, but you are working to better yourself, that is where your worth should be measured. It should not be measured on tangible items, that you have a lot of money, that you are at the top of your company, that you are the prettiest, that you wear a size 0. Whatever it is that tangibly makes you feel worthy, if that is what you're measuring your worth on, then you are in a fixed mindset. And I have been in that fixed mindset where my worth was determined by my body, the size of my body, the size of the clothes that I wore, the money in my bank account, or lack thereof. That determined my worth. That determined whether or not I was worthy of love. So I have been on that fixed mindset. I have been in that place where my worth was determined by tangible items. And honestly, it was not until I joined Younique that I realized that I was capable of more than just being a body size or a pound number on my scale, or that I could be a good person and have integrity and be loving and caring, even if I wasn't the most successful person in the world. That I could be worthy just being me. And so that is where you want to begin looking at your thoughts and looking at what you are subconsciously or unconsciously telling yourself about your worth. You are worthy because of more than just tangible items. You cannot grade yourself on things like that. Because then what happens when you don't do that? When you don't get that straight A? When you aren't the top? When you aren't the best? When you don't have the most money? There's always going to be someone out there that has more than you, that does better than you, that is more outgoing than you. Like, the list can go on. I'm just pulling stuff from everywhere. There is always going to be someone who is better than you. That doesn't make you less valuable or less worthy to this earth. It doesn't mean that the people around you aren't being bettered by being around you. If you are making people feel better about themselves and leaving even the smallest impact on their life by being you, then you are successful. You are more successful than you have ever been or ever will be, because you have impacted a life just by being perfectly imperfect as you. So if you are measuring yourself by these things and you don't get them, all of a sudden in your head you're saying, well, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not this, I'm not that. So you have to make a conscious effort to realize what you are saying to yourself in what you are leading yourself to believe about yourself. Because a lot of the things that I've believed about myself my entire life are complete bullshit. Sorry if there are children, earmuffs if there are children watching, but it's true. A lot of what I have always believed in my head about myself was complete, utter BS. And it was just stuff that I learned from childhood. I've been called Four Eyes. I've been called Heifer. I've been the girl that didn't get picked in gym class. No one wanted to pick her. I was the girl that never had a date to the dances. There's a lot of things throughout my life that made me feel like I was not worthy, and that those tangible things deciphered my worthiness. And so it took a lot of retraining. It took being able to realize that my worth was not, sorry, phone call came through, that I was not unworthy because of not being the best, or not being this, or not being that. So when you're in a growth mindset, you are willing to accept, sorry, it disconnected for a second again. Okay, what was I saying? When you're in a growth mindset, you're willing to grow from your mistakes. You're willing to better yourself, knowing that you gave an effort and that you gave it your best. You gave it what you could, and you didn't negate your worth because of it. So that, I'm sure I could go on like forever and ever and ever about this, because it's something that I'm super passionate about, and I've been on both ends of the spectrum. Hey girl, Heather in the house. I tend to set my goals really big because I have been able to retrain myself to believe in myself and believe that I am capable of anything, no matter how big or how bogus it sounds. I will manifest that. I will make it happen because I believe that even if I'm not where I need to be now, I can work on what I have failed on and better myself through that. I am a work in progress. We are all works in progress. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to know everything that you are doing. You don't have to be any of that. You just have to be you. And you have to believe in yourself. And you have to know that all of those subconscious ideas that have been ingrained in your brain since childhood are most likely BS. Complete BS. Okay? So, whew, getting heated up in here. Goodness. Yeah, getting a little crazy. Not gonna lie. And I didn't even tell you guys like what I was doing with my eyes. I'm just kind of just rolling with it and just kind of putting colors in different places. And by the way, this is palette number 2. Getting a little gray action while I wait for my shipment of my happy to come in. So that is my mindset training. No matter, this isn't just for like people with unique. This is like stuff that you can apply to your everyday life. If you want to become a bodybuilder, or you want to do, what are those competitions, the body competitions. If you want to be one of them, it's going to take work. Obviously, you're not going to be like first place when your first day. It's going to take time. You have to retrain your mind. You have to train your body really, really hard. You have to completely revamp and retrain yourself how to eat like they do. That's all I can say. Like a lot of them, they don't look at food as food. They look at it as fuel for their body. That doesn't happen overnight. You have to retrain your mindset to think like that and to look at your food as fuel. So it's no matter what you are doing, no matter what your goal is, maybe this is just in regards to you as a mom. Maybe you feel like you have no idea what you're doing or that you're not enough. No matter what you are telling yourself in your head, you are enough. If you are giving effort and you are getting up every day and giving love and giving hugs and giving cuddles and doing everything that you possibly can to be you and to love on them, then that is enough. You don't have to be juggling a million things to be enough. You don't have to have dinner on the table at 5 o'clock on the dot to be worthy. You don't have to have all of your laundry caught up to be worthy. Your house doesn't have to be spotless to be worthy. If you're late, it doesn't make you any less worthy, okay? So when you're gauging your worth on tangible things like that are most likely limiting beliefs that you have just ingrained into your brain, you need to just like detox yourself and just get rid of those thoughts. Do what you can to rid yourself of those thoughts because they are limiting you from reaching your full potential. You have no idea how many people do not reach their full potential because of thoughts that have been ingrained into their brain over and over and over throughout their lifetime that are complete BS, okay? So if there is something that you want to achieve, there is something that you want to do with your life, don't let limiting beliefs that are in your head stop you from achieving your full potential. Because if you want it bad enough, you will find a way to do it. You will grow through the growing pains. You will go through the dirty, nasty, grueling parts of whatever it is, and you will do it. And you will do it amazingly, and you will fall down, and you'll get back up, and you'll better yourself. And you may fall down and fall down and fall down, but you get yourself back up every single time, and you grow stronger, and you grow better. And if you want it bad enough, you will retrain your brain to believe that anything is possible. And the minute that you start listening to the doubts in your mind or to what other people say over what you know you're capable of, you're only hurting yourself. You can't let what other people think of you or say about you or what people have trained you to believe. If you believe it, that's all. If you believe it, it's done deal. You can achieve it if you believe it. So don't ever let what other people have to say or think of you stop you from reaching your full potential. Most people that never accomplish great things in their life or that have regrets when they're on their deathbed, they wish that they would have just done it and not cared about what other people thought. Okay? Don't be that person that at the end of their life, they're like, man, I wish I would have done more. I wish I would have tried this. I wish I would have tried that. I wish I would have done what I was passionate about. That's what it's about. You only get one life. You don't get to do it over. You don't get to erase things. You fall down, you get back up, and you try. You got to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, and you just got to live your life. Okay? So that is all that I have to say on that topic. Actually, probably not. I have plenty more to say, but I do need to do my makeup because I have to go live soon for one of my girls. So that is that. So hopefully if you are struggling with anything, hopefully that helped you. Hopefully that spoke to you. Hopefully you realized if you are in a fixed mindset, it doesn't mean that you're stuck there. It doesn't mean that you will never be able to grow. You can change your mindset. I did. And I have never felt so empowered and so comfortable in my own skin than the moment that I realized that I was capable of anything, no matter what people said. Because you know what? They don't know my heart. They don't know what I'm capable of. They don't know my drive. They don't know my hunger. They don't know my story. They don't know what's in me, and they don't know what's in you. They don't get to decide whether or not you're capable of accomplishing something at all. Because, I mean, I'm going for a huge promotion in November. It's a stretch. I'm not going to lie. It is a big haul, and it is not going to be easy. But you know what? I believe that I can do it. I believe that I can pull it off. I know that my team is strong enough to make it happen. And you know what? I'm not going to listen to what the doubters say, because they don't know my team's heart. They don't know my team's strength. They don't know that we're a bunch of hustlers and fighters. They don't know us. So, I mean, they can doubt us till the cows come home. But when we make it happen, it just makes us that much stronger. So, no matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone tries to do to stop you from achieving what you're passionate about, don't let them. Don't let them. And yes, Lauren, it's on like Donkey Kong. So, that is all I got for you today, peeps. Hopefully, you were all able to pull a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of inspiration from that to help you achieve what Facebook is making me work for it. Like, I never had this much issue with my Wi-Fi. What the heck? So yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys, but I love you. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.